Hey everybody, it's Mitch, and welcome to my next video. Today we are going to be doing another Naruto character review. And today's character is Karin from Naruto Shippuden. So first off, I want to get into this and say spoilers. So if you haven't seen the show, definitely check that out first. Anyways, let's get into this. So Karin, or as she's her actual full name, Karin Uzumaki, because she is of the Uzumaki clan, which is something we discover a bit later. So yes, she is related to Naruto. I'm not quite sure how exactly, but yes, there's some sort of relationship there. We first meet Karin, in Shippuden, shortly after Sasuke kills Orochimaru. Like 2 episodes later, the episode immediately after he, goes for Suigetsu. That's when you meet him and you get that whole arc. Not really arc. It's a single episode. But then you see Karin, and you see him recruit Sasuke recruit Karin, with the help of Suigetsu, who doesn't really help much. He's more of a hindrance than anything, given just how well Karin and Suigetsu get along. They don't. So anyways, so Karin, she's an interesting one. I would say she's a tsundere, but not quite. There's definitely some similarities between her and a tsundere, but I'd say there's some significant differences to that as well. Like, for instance, when she does get the opportunity to be alone with Sasuke, she is not very tsundere at all. She comes on to him pretty strong. She's very, very direct with him. Now, when other people like Suigetsu are around, she completely denies this and acts very much like a tsundere would. But when she gets the opportunity to be alone with him, she is anything but. Now, this is only with Sasuke. When it comes to other people, she is cold. She is insanely intelligent. She's highly efficient. She just gets the job that she's told to do done. She's the prison warden when you meet her. I think it's the South Hideout. Maybe it's the North Hideout. It doesn't really matter which end it is. It's pretty irrelevant in all honesty. But basically, she keeps that prison under lock and key. When word starts getting out about Orochimaru, she has spies that she had just always had planted among the inmates, and she used them in order to kill off anyone who dared to speak the rumors. So then there were rumors of which made everyone think twice about saying the rumors. So that really killed a lot of the chatter about the rumors. It's, still in people's heads, but no one spoke of it. So she kept that really, really tight. She's incredibly intelligent. You see her constantly using her intelligence for many things throughout the show. Although you don't see a whole lot of her, so I guess not too much. She also has a couple of interesting abilities. We'll get to that in a second, though. So she really doesn't get along with Suigetsu. She's so obsessed with Sasuke, though, and that's let's go get into one of her abilities, and that's her ability to sense chakra, and not just in the way most people do. She can kind of like sense the aura that's associated with the chakra as well, which is interesting. That's not something you really see anyone else have. The only one who's able to sense that is, Naruto. He's the only one that you ever, when he gains control of the Nine Tails, he gains a very similar ability to that. But it's something that is kind of unique to her, which not surprising that Naruto and her would share an ability, considering they are both of the Uzumaki clan. Which I might do a video at some point on some theories I have about the Uzumaki clan. Um, anyways, um, so Karin. So yeah, she's what really draws her to Sasuke more than anything is his aura. He just has this really cool aura, as she describes it. Although that aura very much changes later, and it becomes very dark, and it actually terrifies her when it changes. But yeah, so and she really doesn't like Suigetsu. Apparently, his chakra is disgusting. And Suigetsu hates her attitude, so those two do not get along at all. So basically, yeah, she's an interesting one. Very stubborn, very hard-headed, very sure of herself. Um, yeah, she's very tsundere when people are around. Going along with Sasuke, but claiming that she's not really doing it. Suigetsu sees through it. Like, it's all an act to try and fool Suigetsu, and Suigetsu doesn't buy it for a second. And he doesn't make it a secret that he doesn't buy it, but she keeps up the act anyways because she refuses to admit the truth. And Sasuke, who has all the information, just doesn't care. So he doesn't say anything. Um, and plus, keeps the peace or keeps the peace well enough to keep his mouth shut. Their bickering is fine. As long as, it just stays at that level, which it will as long as Sasuke keeps his mouth shut, so he does. Anyways, so she has another interesting ability. She has regenerative ability. So if someone were to bite her and drink her blood, they would get healed. Yeah, she has healing properties that people can take advantage of by drinking her blood, which is kind of weird. She's got bite marks all over her arms from people doing this. She's healed Sasuke a number of times throughout the show using this method. This doesn't even have to be her arm. I think sometimes they've gone for other places as well. Like when it's more serious, I think I remember Sasuke biting her neck once. Anyways, it's a weird ability, kind of vampiric in a way, but backwards, where other people suck her blood to be regenerated. Again, pretty sure that's an Uzumaki thing. That really ties very well to a lot of the theories I have. But that's for another video. Anyways, so she's very useful for her sensory abilities as well as for her healing abilities. She very much has a thing for Sasuke. Whether he knows it or not is hard to say. I'm guessing he probably does. I don't think he's that dense. I think he just doesn't care, or he only cares to the extent that it's like, oh well, yeah, yeah. So he wants to be able to use her, so he uses her affections to his own ends. As a way to use her. So yeah, it's I said use way too much there. Anyways, yeah, she's certainly an interesting one. She gets betrayed big time by Sasuke at the Five Hokage Summit. Like Suigetsu and Jugo, they got betrayed a bit, but oh, it was so much worse for Karin. I mean, he betrayed Suigetsu and Jugo first by literally dropping the ceiling on them, but whereas he didn't betray Karin, at least not yet. Taking her with him, and she then healed him up after his fight with several of the Kage. So, they were on pretty good terms at that point. No, it wasn't until the fight against Danzo when you really see him betray her hard. Danzo, in a last-ditch effort, having lost all his Sharingan, he takes Karin hostage and uses that as a means to get the upper hand on Sasuke, or at least so he thought. But Sasuke couldn't care less, and he ran his Chidori through both of them, killing Danzo, sure, but mortally wounding Karin in the process, with no way of healing her. Like there was nothing he could have done. So she was super betrayed by him being willing to sacrifice her to take out Danzo. Um, yeah, she was not happy about that one. It was even crazier when, immediately after that, Sasuke ended up fighting against Sakura, and then right after that, Naruto and Kakashi showed up. And once Naruto and Kakashi were dealing with Sasuke, Sakura turned to go help Karin, which confused the crap out of her because they were, they're both interested in Sasuke romantically. Although, Sasuke did just massively betray Karin, and he's massively betrayed Sakura a few times, although I guess not to the extent. So, at least not on a personal level. But yeah, I mean, he did a lot to Sakura, but he never tried to kill her. Like, initially he just knocked her out to keep her from, try and keep from dragging her into his mess. And then, he, did a bunch of things which made things a lot harder for her back in the village without giving a crap about that. So, he betrayed her in some ways, but I don't think I would say it's not as extreme as literally stabbing through her and being willing to sacrifice her life in order to kill someone. Like, I don't think it was to that extent. But anyways, Karin found it really weird that Sakura was helping her. She then, when she went back to the Leaf Village as a prisoner, she used her intellect to smuggle in, I forget what exactly it was that she smuggled in, but she smuggled in something that helped her to escape the prison. She used a number of tactics to, distract the guards, just basically to annoy the crap out of them. And it's an effort to make it so that she could have the thing that she smuggled in because it pacified her. And they're like, well, it's not like it can do any harm. It's just a pitcher. It was a pitcher what it was. I forget what was inside, but she used it to escape. Which shows just how smart she is. Like, she orchestrated like all of that as part of her escape effort. It also shows how dumb the guards were, but still. So you see Karin do a number of things. She eventually does make up with Sasuke after that, which is insane. Even after he literally ran his Chidori through her with no regards for her safety whatsoever, she more or less forgives him and still kind of has feelings for him, which I don't know. It's kind of like, really, after all that, you still, I don't know. But those two did have some history. They originally met back when Sasuke first joined Orochimaru. He was training with her, and they did this whole thing where he had to figure out where he had to get these prisoners that had escaped, and she helped him out with her sensory abilities, able to pinpoint each and every one of them with sharp accuracy and explain where they are at too. So that's a combination of both her abilities and her intellect, because being able to, take that data that she got and arrange it in the most efficient manner possible is kind of impressive. There's that. Apparently they met a while before that, although I think they both forgot or something. I don't know. I think it was during the Forest of Death arc, where Naruto was still with Sasuke and Sasuke was still with Naruto and Sakura. Apparently Sasuke saved her at some point there. So there's that. Anyways, that's really all I have to say about Karin. Very, very interesting character, and I may have to do a video on the Uzumaki clan at some point, because it's a very interesting clan, and I have some theories on about that clan. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, consider giving it a like. If you haven't done so already, consider subscribing to the channel, because I will be continuing to do more of these Naruto character reviews, although the main focus of the channel is Dungeons & Dragons 3.5. But hopefully you enjoyed both. Anyways, as always, I'm Mitch, and I'll be seeing you